There comes a moment in history when kingdoms fight for their borders. And then comes a far greater moment when an entire civilization fights for its survival. The year was 1008 CE. For generations, the kingdoms of Northern Bharat stood divided by ambition, rivalry, and ancient feuds. Each king believed the wars raging on the frontier were someone else's problem, until the frontier itself began to collapse. From beyond the Hindu Kush came an invader who did not seek tribute alone. He sought to establish permanent dominance over the northwestern gateway of Bharat. Cities were attacked, temples were destroyed. The Hindu Shahi kingdom stood alone on the frontier. Then, one king saw what no one else dared to see. He understood that this was no longer a war for one kingdom. It was a war for the security of all kingdoms of Northern Bharat. He did not ask neighboring rulers to defend his throne. He urged them to defend their own future. His envoys rode across mountains, rivers, deserts, and forests to the courts of Ujjain, Kannauj, Delhi, Ajmer, Gwalior, and Kalinjach, carrying one message. Today, they attack the frontier. Tomorrow, they will reach your kingdom. His appeal succeeded. Regional rivalries were temporarily set aside. Kings who had long competed with one another joined a common military alliance. The movement spread beyond the royal courts. Women donated their gold ornaments to finance the campaign. Citizens contributed money and supplies. Blacksmiths worked continuously to produce weapons. Villages supplied food, transport, and manpower. The resistance became more than a royal alliance. It became a collective effort. Anandapala also secured the support of Gakhars, renowned tribal warriors from the Salt Range, whose knowledge of the terrain and aggressive fighting style strengthened the coalition. Historical sources describe this as one of the largest military coalitions assembled in early medieval northern India. The Allied forces, including hundreds of thousands of soldiers, supported by large cavalry contingents, thousands of archers, and a substantial crop of war elephants drawn from multiple kingdoms across the region. The two armies met near Wahhind, close to present-day Peshawar. Neither side rushed into battle. For 40 days, both armies remained encamped without engaging in major action. During this prolonged standoff, the strength of Anandapala's coalition continued to increase as additional troops arrived from allied kingdoms. Mahmud then attempted to break the stalemate. He ordered 6,000 mounted archers to advance and provoke the allied army into abandoning its defensive position. The plan failed. The advance was met by Gakhars. According to the Persian historian Ferista, despite Mahmud's personal efforts to rally his troops, the Gakhars repulsed the Ghaznavid light cavalry and pursued them relentlessly. Approximately 30,000 Gakhar warriors fighting with bare hands and bare feet, armed with a variety of weapons, broke through the Ghaznavid lines. They penetrated deep into Mahmud's camp. A fierce hand-to-hand battle followed. Ferishta records that nearly 5,000 Ghaznavid soldiers were killed in a short period during the assault. The attack temporarily disrupted Mahmud's battle formation and demonstrated the determination and fighting ability of Anandapala's coalition. The Battle of Waihind became one of the largest confrontations between the Ghaznavids and the United Kingdoms of Northern Bharat. It remains one of the earliest recorded examples of multiple Indian kingdoms setting aside political differences to confront a common external invasion. At the center of that alliance stood one man, Anandapala, the king who united the kingdoms of Northern Bharat against one of the greatest invasions of his age.